Alright, so as you can hear, the winds are pretty bad right now. It's looking like 28.9 miles an hour winds. And today, I've just been reading in Jonah chapter 1. Jonah tried running, and he tried running from God, even though he knew he couldn't outrun him. But that's what we do. We try to run. And whenever he was trying to run, there were consequences with it. Like, let's see. For one example, the sailors, whenever Jonah was trying to run and the ship he was on, they were casting lots to see where and who it was exactly that was betraying God. They didn't also know which God because they believed in so many in that time. There might have been a sun god, or there might have been this, that, and the other, you know, just like pretty much nowadays when people say Buddha or whoever. But the thing is, Jonah explained to them that he worshiped the one true God. And it's just so crazy. It says, and since the storm was getting worse all the time, they asked him, "What should we do to stop this storm?" And he said, "Throw me over into the sea," Jonah said, "and it will become calm again. Know that this terrible storm is all my fault." Instead, the sailors rowed even harder to get the ship to land, but the stormy sea was too violent for them. They couldn't make it. They cried out to the Lord, Jonah's God. "Oh Lord," they pleaded, "don't make us die for this man's sin and hold us responsible for his death. Oh Lord, you have sent the storm for him for your own good reasons." Then the sailors picked up Jonah and threw him into the raging sea. The storm stopped at once. The sailors were awestruck by the Lord's great power. They offered him sacrifice and vowed to serve. Now the Lord had arranged for a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was inside the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. And I think that's interesting too. I mean, it also makes me think a lot. Notice how it's quiet because I rolled up the windows. It makes me think a lot of Mark chapter 4 when Jesus is sleeping and then the disciples are telling him about the storm. And it also makes me think of Mark 6 or 7. I'm trying to think. It makes me think of that. The wind just died down. It makes me think of that too. It makes me think of how when you have Jesus in the boat with you, or for that story, or for Jonah, when you've got God on your side, you're going to be able to go through any amount of storms. But you've got to remain calm in it. I know that I just threw 3 stories into one, but they're all about storms. And guys, it's storming right now. And so it's just so neat to see all that. So whatever storm you're facing in your life, are you going to be on the solid rock? Or are you going to be in the sinking sand and the troubles of this world? Like, you need a firm foundation. You don't need to be wishy-washy with your faith. If you're saying you believe, then believe, And like always, don't follow me, follow Jesus.